Hello my beautiful people, beautiful souls. My name is Dalius, welcome to my channel, Love and Light of One Infinite Creator, and welcome. Right, today's subject is healthy boundaries. How to set them up, what are the benefits, no negative sides to this, only benefits. Well, there are probably negative sides, aspects to this, to the people who want to overstep those boundaries, because they cannot control you then. Right, so let's talk about the boundaries. What boundaries are for, and what they're meant to do, and how you can benefit from setting up boundaries. Right, we all throughout the life, we all set up boundaries for one things and others, and we're constantly learning new things, and then we're learning to set up boundaries. So basically, as I'm saying, we're moving from one radical to another radical. So basically, let's say you're learning to drive a bicycle, right? Before you can maintain your balance, you fall to one side, then you overbalancing yourself to keep yourself to the opposite direction, then you fall on that side, and after a while you learn to balance in between, right? So basically you're going from one radical to another radical, and then you come into the middle to maintain real balance, to maintain the balance, right? So basically we move from one radical to another radical. Review the example of riding a bicycle, right? So let's analyze another example. You in a kindergarten, you were learning to share, right? So what happened? Let's look at this situation. Your mom is telling you need to share, and you're like, okay, I will share. And then when you share, everyone's taking away everything from you. And then again, you don't have anything left for yourself, and then you start crying, right? As a child. What happens? Sharing is good, but when you give out everything what you had, you have nothing left for yourself. So healthy boundary in this kind of situation would be putting away something for yourself and then sharing the rest with everybody, right? So, well, it's not much of a healthy boundary, but it would be moving from one radical to another radical, right? It's either you sharing too much of everything and you leave nothing for yourself, or you don't share with anyone and you keep everything to yourself. Guess what? If someone gave you bag of sweets and you didn't share it with anyone, next time you're not gonna get it, because that bag of sweets was meant to share it with everybody, right? So that's how it is. So you're moving from one radical to another radical, because we're constantly learning. Not sharing too much leaves you with nothing. Not sharing with everybody leaves you with something, but in the long run you're not gonna get anything else. So then you try to balance in between. That would be taking some sweets for yourself and sharing the rest with everybody else. So yes, that would be looking for your own needs first. That would be a healthy boundary. You could say to anyone then, like, who wants to exploit you, you could say like, no, I don't want that. It's not for me. If it's for you, it's fine, but if it's not for me, no. So that would upset them, but that would be the only downside. Because in the long run, if they do realize what they're doing, they won't do that again. Because if you are in general you are a good person, well, it's not for me to judge, but if in general you're a good person, you're not overstepping other people's boundaries, you're not abusing anyone, not exploiting or exploiting. You're not abusing your power if any power is given to you. Everyone will be looking at you quite positively, right? So if something would come up, they wouldn't be looking at you as a suspect, right? Not that I'm saying that you should be using this kind of tactics to manipulate other people. But yeah, so we're moving from one radical, sharing too much, moving to another radical, not sharing, and then we come in the middle of leaving some for yourself and sharing with others. Right, so in this situation, we already established what would be a healthy boundary, right? In other situation again, see, life is always about sharing of resources one way or another. So whatever other example I'll present, it will be sharing again. So figured, right? So next would be, if you are living on your own, you have your own schedule, right? You got things to do. You got, like, let's say you're working on a creative project, right? And you need to do that. And someone comes up to you and they're like, oh, let's go out, let's have some drink, let's go to party, yada yada yada. And you can do that for a while, but then later you do realize that you need to come back, right? And when you do that, and if someone doesn't respect your choice, or respect your choice, you do need to set the boundaries. Like, you do need to tell these people, like, no, if I'm telling you that I need to do something, I need to do something, and it's non-negotiable. Because if you won't do that, you're gonna lose in the end, not them, right? So that would be a healthy boundary. Healthy boundaries in general are, let's draw you this kind of give you this kind of concept. Staying put with your goals and ideals, and adhering at the same time to other people's concerns and wants, but not on your own expense. Let's say with a child, right? If you have a child, you probably know what it is like when child is running up to you and he constantly, oh, daddy, oh, mommy, look at this, look at that, and you're concentrating on something, and you do need to let them know that you can't do that at the moment, and no matter what they do, it's not going to change. So this would be a good concept of healthy boundaries. Or being stubborn, it's not that. It's just you literally need to do certain things, and nothing can go in between you and that thing. So healthy boundaries is putting yourself first, then the others. But it can go to another radical. First radical is not leaving anything for yourself, and another radical, on the other hand, would be not giving anyone attention or time or anything what they need or what they want, and keeping everything to yourself, right? Sometimes it's needed for us. It's like, as tarologists say, going into hermit mode for self-reflection purposes. And in other cases, it's completely unnecessary. I know the saying, sometimes the best people has to do the most horrible things to bad people, right? I can't remember where I heard it, but that's the thing. Because sometimes we all have to do what we have to do, and if someone's not happy with that, it's their problem. So it doesn't matter whoever that would be, your spouse, your child, your parent, anything, who doesn't respect you needing to have a me time, let's say, right? Or something is requiring your attention. It's like, it is their problem that they do not understand that. But it is our duty is to let them know that this is what we need to do at the moment. As soon as I'm finished with it, I'll tend to the things what you tend to you, or the things you asked me to do. So yeah, that would be healthy boundaries. Because whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's attention, it is. If you don't leave anything for yourself, no one will give you anything. If you're not gonna look after yourself, you're always leaving yourself into you're giving power to other people to treat you the way they want to be treated. The way they want you. The way they want to treat you, and you are at other people's mercy. And then ego game starts. Oh, I helped you. Why you can't help me now? You said you would do so, but next time I won't help you. And then again, a person, whatever, and you sitting there seething in anger. So don't do that, guys. Don't do that. You are better than that. It's like, if literally, if you put yourself first, tend to your own needs first, then you can. Basically, as I had a conversation with my wife other day, it's like, I'm not saying that it was probably in all of the belief systems like that. All of the probably belief systems are like, oh, give your last copper, nickel, or whatever. Give the last penny, or your last clothing to the poor, right? Or to whoever is in need. I would say no. Give what you can spare. And if you're taking this, if you're still giving the last something, make sure that you'll be alright without it. It's not like, oh, I really needed this, but you do need more. No. I would say probably it's more situational as well. But in my case, if you have something ample of something, right? I can, if I have a surplus, I can spare that. Yeah, fine. But if it's the only thing I have, and I'm not gonna get it for a long time, I won't share that. I'll treat myself. And that, I think that's healthy, because as I said, it doesn't take away your power and doesn't give other people power over me and over you if you do that. So it's kind of, it is very freeing if you can take your power back from other people. If, for example, I'll tell you my story, right? My child, our child, my child, she was very exhausting. She was crying, nagging, screaming, hitting things around, knocking things down, and she was very, very miserable, right? And that used to upset me a lot. And I used to think, like, why it's happening to me? Why it's, when mommy is coming back home, she's completely different person. Why she's treating her nicely, and I'm being treated like a trash, right? That's ego thinking. Why? Ego loves to tell the stories, make up the stories, but usually none of them are true, right? But even the best lies are intertwined with the truth. So, anyways, back to the thing. And one day I thought, like, you know what? if you want to scream, if you want to knock things around, if you want to, as long as you do not hit me or you do not do anything, it's like, you're fine. Do what you want. I'm gonna put my headphones in and I'm gonna listen to the music, or I'll be drawing, coloring, or whatever, right? So I'm taking my attention away from what is upsetting me and directing it where I want to be, where I want it to be. So basically, I'm taking attention from them. That means I'm leaving them powerless, because they want this drama. They want you upset. And what you do, you take that power away from them and redirecting where you want it, where you want it. So, yeah, that would be the best principle to deal with whatever is upsetting you. If you can change, and well, it comes with the conditions. If you can change it right now, do it. If you can't change it, think about it. Think about it whether you are able to change it later. If you're not, if there's nothing you can do, if you've done everything you could do, direct your attention elsewhere. Like, for example, my wife, she was rushing to work this morning, and she thought that she lost her keys. Oh my gosh, she was stressing as soon as she opened her eyes, and she started running around around the house, in the house, looking for keys, waking me up, and knocking things around, being loud. She woke our daughter up. She was crying and screaming, and as soon as she came back just now, I said, like, you do realize it changed nothing whether you've been upset, whether you panicked. It did not change anything. At the end of the day, it's a thing, only a thing. It's an object, and it's if someone would have found it, as it happened this time, they would have given to you anyways. So if you can take control of your of your emotions, because it's usually scattered in these kind of situations, but as soon as you take them back in, draw the energy back in yourself, you diffusing any situation. For example, if my daughter right now would be starting screaming, kicking, of course I wouldn't be able to record. Probably I would have to pause it and record it a bit later, but yeah, that wouldn't change anything. As long as she's not damaging this camera, tripod or camera, I'm fine, whatever she wants to do. And after, typically it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for her to calm down, and she's back to normal. So in the meantime, I focus on something else. So it's like mental judo. It's like you're using opponent's power to overpower them. It's like you redirecting your focus, because their power is to take your attention, but as soon as you take your attention, the situation diffuses itself. Well, I hope this was, or benefits, literally benefits are, you are more happier, you're more content with your life, you regain that spark, because you can taste the life with new colors. It's probably even, this would work in any situation. If you're depressed, if you have some kind of, if you have a disease, or if you have a disability or anything, it would probably, it's literally just taking one kind of energy and transmuting into different kind of energy, and then just make it your own. Good that we talked. Thank you very much. Love and light to you, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.